YouTube is being a pain in my butt. Not letting me use my laptop to stream. I don't know why. I'm not lefty. Good evening, everyone, on this Wednesday night. It's Wednesday, you know what that means. Yeah, I'm back live on Wednesday night. And I need to fix that. That thing's bothering me. That little sensor light over here just goes off on its own. So, anyways, so here we are on this Wednesday night. If you're out there, let's see how we got there. Eric, how are you? So we tried the laptop thing, it did not work. So here we are back being a lefty again. So let's see here, what we got here tonight. Once again we're using the Egnator. No, we're not using the Egnator. That's the profile I'm using, but so I'm playing a, what is this thing? A Fender Players Plus Telecaster. That is half black and half white. My wife said I need to keep this guitar. Can you understand why? I'm just checking out to see whether it plays all right, because am I going to take it out for a gig or not? I mean, my guitars. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. You are on. I have my laptop is not working, so I have a little teeny tiny screen on there. So I better put my spectacles on. Never played this guitar before. It's first time playing it. So we're just checking it out. We will check it out, and we'll kind of play it throughout the night and stuff. So tonight we're going to kind of talk about a few different things, as always. Kind of ramble on about all kinds of stuff, and you guys kind of dictate where you want to go with it. With the stream, as always. We'll go on to about 9 o'clock, and then we'll mosey on. But if you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. Please become part of the channel and follow me as we do guitar shows and these live streams every Wednesday at 8 o'clock and all the other fun stuff that we do. And so tonight, what we're going to talk about tonight, we got the our cheap guitars like this. This is considered a cheap guitar because it's made in Mexico. Are cheap guitars good enough to do gigs? Are they good enough to do gigs, and are the edges rolled on that fretboard? No, they are not. I wish they were. I wish it's just, yeah, it's kind of a dead stop. Yeah, I think that's one of the things with like these guitars compared to the American stuff. Surgery them all. Can't hang. Ooh. And good luck with that, Steph. And that's some hardcore stuff, I know. We'll be saying a prayer for you. So anyways. Yeah, I noticed it's like, since this doesn't have rolled edges when I'm learn to do that is, yeah, everybody's tell him good luck and keep thinking about him, because Steph is one of our members. He signed up to be a member on the channel and stuff, so he helps us out by being a member every month. So you can too. But yeah, we got this guitar, and we're gonna kind of mess around with it and see how it works out. And so, talking about, you know, with the Mexican players and all, you know, the cheaper guitars, are they gig worthy? Yes, I'm gonna say yes, they are gig worthy. And we'll even get, I mean, if you guys want to get down into like the Squiers and stuff like that, are they gig worthy? You notice my hesitation there. I will say some of them are, but not all. Like the vintage fives, those guitars, yes, they're very gig worthy. Now, with any Squier or any cheaper guitar that you get into, and if you're, you know, you're a gigging musician like I am, you're gonna have to make some mods to these guitars. You're not gonna be able to go out with a Affinity Strat and try to play it, because if you put like the amount of gain that, you know, you require to do like something drop D or some, you know, it's, or even that much gain, it's gonna feedback, it's gonna squeal, it's gonna do all those things that you expect it to do out of a cheap ceramic pickup. That's just gonna happen. You know, it's gonna do all the crazy stuff. But Hayes, what's up? But like these guitars, these actually have the American noiseless pickups in it. I mean, no noise. This is crazy. These are $8.99. New, locking tuners, the whole 9 yards. Not a bad deal. I would, you know, I don't think that's a bad deal for, you know, something that you can buy, you know, anywhere. So, and I mean, you can, I mean, this guitar, if I was going to put it in the shop, and it may end up going in my shop, it probably will only be like maybe $500, something like that. It won't be super expensive, you know. That's if I decide to, you know, sell it. What was that again? Let me see what you got there. Hi there, man. I'm in Trey Shagan's video checking out the Reaper. Oh, yeah, we know Trey very well. Trey comes in the shop. Great player. Really good player. Very, very good player. Can't say enough about Trey for his playing. He's a great player. Did I say that enough? He's a great player. All right, let's see what we got here. Thank you for the support and sign in channel for me. Thanks for everyone. And that's right. Oh, I can't get that comment back up. Oh, there. Picked up a used telly with modified neck, much nicer neck. Has rolled a bit. Yeah, good. Awesome. Yeah. This thing, yeah, I wish the edges were rolled. Awesome. Good. What that was here. My shop is called the Guitar Attic. The Guitar Attic, just like Randy's Guitar Attic, I'm called the Guitar Attic. Yep, the Guitar Attic. Yeah, Steph has got it there for you. Anybody know what that song is? I'll ramble off some songs throughout we go through here. I'll play bits and pieces of stuff just to kind of have some fun with you. And that's a song we just actually picked up in my band, which there's the band back there. You can't see it because it's backward, but it says Occasional Astronauts. We play all through Central Florida and other places as well. So, but yeah, I don't usually have the sign. The other night we played a place called Captain Hiram's in Sebastian, Florida. And the bass player usually gets the sign, but he left it. But luckily, Randy was still in the hotel room, and so Randy was able to go get it before he left. Anyways, so yeah, so talking about cheaper guitars, there's a lot of them are really, really nice guitars. And talking about the Reaper and stuff, that guitar was a nice guitar when I checked it out. Had the stainless steel frets and all that stuff. Nice guitar. Not a bad guitar at all for the cheap amount of money that they cost. So, I mean, I think that was another $7.99 or something like that. I don't think it was a whole lot of money as well for a guitar of that quality and stuff. There's so many guitars out there in that $700 to $900 range that are really, really good guitars that you can go out and play and not worry about them. The only problem I'm gonna say, yeah, $7.99. Okay, so yeah, so it's cheap. I thought, you brought it to, I thought it was like a $1,200 guitar. The ESP from last week. But, yeah, I thought it was a lot more money. But I will say this about some of those guitars. And this is the question people often ask me. Are guitars that are made overseas good investments? Even these guitars, are these Mexican Strats and Tellies and stuff, are they a good investment for the future? And the answer to that question is no. They are a good guitar for you now. Just for you now to enjoy and have fun with them and enjoy, what you got. But in the future, these guitars are not going to be like a 59 Les Paul or a 65 Strat or a 70, Telecaster or anything like that. They will pretty much be what they are. I mean, you figure this guitar, like I said, this guy bought this guitar. I mean, this is a 2000, I think it's a 25. Yeah, it's a 2025. Yeah, so some of the dime guitars. Now, see, that's some of those guitars from that were even overseas. Those guitars actually, for some odd reason, I know why, but because of the whole lawsuit thing that happened with them, with Gibson and the shapes and stuff like that. Some of that stuff now has gone up in value. So that's kind of the exception to the rule. But I will say this, that probably is not a sustained thing. I don't believe that's a sustained guitar. That is, in the moment, it is bringing money. But down the line, 15, 20 years from now, probably going to bottom back down. It's going to bottom out back to the other side. But it's not like you buy. Now, this is a big misconception that people think they can go buy a off-the-rack USA Strat or Telly or Les Paul or whatever, and automatically 20 years from now it's going to be worth something. No, it's not going to be. Now, if you buy something that is legitimately limited, yes, that might be worth something. But it has to be a limited number, and it has to be legitimate. When I say legitimate, let me see what we got here, because the mass production so yeah. Exactly. Same concept. Exactly. So when I say legitimate, I mean documented proof that they only made this amount of these guitars. I mean, a great example of this, of not everything goes up, is I have a I'm trying to read all you guys' comment here, and yeah, of anything Japanese is good. There's not much Japanese stuff that's not good. I'll agree with you there. Great for the money. But what I was going to say is that, like, I have an American, actually I have two American aluminum Strats. I've talked about them here on the channel before. And granted, when I bought them, I think they were $500. Actually, I didn't buy them. My wife did a really nice thing. I'll share this with you. My wife actually bought this for me. What we got here? Hold on. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, new guitars, not always a good buy. '70s Dean ML is worth a lot of money. That's a great guitar. But that's an expensive guitar. Very expensive guitar. But my wife bought me my first aluminum Strat, and I had just come off the road, and my wife wanted to buy me a present, welcoming me home from the road. And she bought me this Strat because I had seen one and I really liked it, and I wanted one. And she found one and she bought it, and I come home, and here's this really cool guitar, in this box, is in a box. And I was like, open it up, what is this? And so she bought me that guitar. So I still have that guitar, naturally, because I'm still married. And that guitar cost about $500. That guitar now is worth $3,000, somewhere in that range, 25 to $3,000, something like that. So, what are some ways to tell if you have, true vintage guitar without doing a ton of research? Ooh, how to tell a true vintage guitar? Well, I guess you're probably referring to like a Strat or a Telecaster or something like that. That's actually kind of looks old, and you kind of think it is, but you're not really sure. You really got to take it apart. You just have to, by dating it. Like I said, yeah, with like an old Strat or something like that, there's several different ways you can do. Les Pauls are a little different, but a Strat, you have to take it apart. You've got to pull it out. A Tele is a little easier. You can pull this plate off here, and you can see inside. Yeah, you're doing. Big fan of the Gibson Explorers. Let me see that. Let me pull that back up again. Sorry, guys, I keep poking on the screen. Yeah. Yeah, I'll answer that question just a little bit about Explorers. But Strats and Teles, you can pull the plates off. You can look at the pickups. The pickups will tell you if they're older. Strat pickups and Tele pickups will have a date on the pickups themselves. That's one way. Also, the pots will be dated. If you know how to read CTS pots, they will be there. That goes for Les Pauls as well. Les Pauls and Gibson. They will have a date code on those pots. Also in the bodies, you can sometimes there'll actually be a date either inside the body or actually at the heel. And then you take the neck off, there's going to be a date at the bottom, the butt back here. So just because the date, you have a 70 strike and it says S whatever, doesn't mean that it is legitimate, or from that age. There's a lot of, strats and tellies, it's really hard. And I have to admit something. I actually sold a guitar to a guy recently that got by me that was fake. And I felt like really bad about it. I still do feel bad about it because I don't get stumped very often, but there are some of these offshoots, and it wasn't a Gibson or a Fender or anything like that, because I can spot them a mile away. This was another brand, and I never thought that the Chinese would fake like a Washburn. Why would you fake a USA Washburn? But they did. So, and that was one that got by me. So, anyways, but with Explorers, do I ever see cool Explorers? Yes, I do see some cool Explorers do come in the shop every now and then. Did I go wrestling at the Ocean Center a couple weeks ago? No, I did not. I should have. I wanted to, but I had to. That day, I actually played at a place called JB's Fish Camp. And it was, the heat index that day was like 112. Oh, the Kevin Nash? Yeah, the signed Kevin Nash, yeah. One of our locals here. That's funny because I actually got that from Kevin at the Ocean Center. But no, Explorers and stuff. Do I get them in every now and then? Yes, I do. Like the guy took apart the whole guitar with, gosh, I hate this thing. Or something like that. Any compared models? Yeah, exactly. You can modify anything. But when you pull these guitars apart, like Fenders, like I said, they're pretty. You can swap them out. Gibson's not quite as easy, and some of the other guitars are not quite that easy. Now with Gibsons and stuff. Now, if you think you spotted something like a fake or whatever in like somewhere, or you just see a guitar, you're like, oh, that's really cool, and it's aged and whatever, it looks really neat. I think 99% of the Gibson stuff has Ed Roman, yeah. Remember Ed did that forever. So people remember Ed Roman. But the serial numbers on most of those guitars or Gibsons are the same. I don't know what that was. I didn't really get all that. Let me check that comment again. I'm Canadian, but my mother's boyfriend used Cabana Motel A1A. I love it. Oh. You like to come to Daytona? I'm glad. If I was coming to Florida, Daytona would not be my choice. I'm just saying that. I live near Daytona. In this state, there are plenty of other options. Daytona would not be my first choice. We actually, and people hate when I say this, but I'm going to say it anyways. The locals call Daytona Dirt-tona. That's what we call Daytona. Dirt-tona, but Some people hate me when I say it, but that's just a fact. I used to love it. It's been a while. Last time was 2001. It has changed a lot since 2001. Yes, it has changed. It's 24 years. So yeah, it has changed a lot. And actually from 2001 back part of that, it had changed a lot from then. Actually back 80s and the early 90s, this place was great. Freebird. You know, it's funny. We played that the other night. Yeah, somebody actually requested and they threw a pretty good tip money. Okay, let me know about that, Steph. Only drove through Daytona once on the way to Orlando. Always wanted to go down there. See the racetrack. I will say that if you haven't been to the racetrack, go. The racetrack is, that's on the outer skirts of the town, so you're not actually going into Daytona Beach or going to the beach or anything like that. The racetrack is cool. Go out there and take the tour. The tour is a lot of fun. It takes you up on the track, and you can check all the stuff up there. It's a lot of fun. You have no idea how steep and how tall those banks are until you get up in a van or a car, and you drive up on the side of that thing, and you just go, "Oh my God, that thing is so tall." Because it's like 2.5 stories tall, is what the banks are. When you see those cars racing around Daytona, and you just think it's not that tall, it is really tall. So, but yeah, it's crazy. In a van down by the river, yeah. I know a guy who lives by the river. The beach is pretty awesome. What else we got here? Ocean Deck. Oh yeah. Yeah, the Ocean Deck is awesome. Watching the 1988? Daytona. Yeah. Yeah. I tell you what, who won 88? 1988, let's see, was that, I think who won the 88 500? Darrell Waltrip won 87, I think it was. 88. Was it Bill Elliott? I don't know. Rats. Dude, you're talking all these places now. Let me tell you this about Razzles. You don't go on the beach side anymore. If you want to go down Seabreeze Boulevard where that is at, Bill Elliott. That's what I said, Bill Elliott. Yeah, that's what I said. Hey. Yeah, I'm thinking it was Bill Elliott in the Ford T-Bird. Number 9, Ford T-Bird. Anyways, you don't go down Seabreeze Boulevard anymore. It's not safe anymore. Bobby Allison won. Okay, that was my other choice. And the DieGuard number 88. That was my other choice. So, yeah, that was my next one. Bobby Allison, actually, you guys are going to racing and stuff. What do we got here? Let's get something grab. You're going to love this if you're a racing fan. There we go. Bobby Allison. The Coca-Cola number 12. Bobby Allison was my favorite driver growing up. I met Bobby when I was just a small little kid. Well, when a small kid, I was like 12 or something. But Bobby, I love Bobby. Bobby was my man. All right. Put Bobby back up on the shelf. You guys can't see, but there's up over here, there's a bunch of cars. Yeah, there's a bunch of NASCARs. I mean, I've got Sterling Marlin with the KISS car. We all know why we got KISS car. We got a KISS car. We love KISS. And cool. I remember when I used it. I can't pull these things up. This is great. Yeah, he used to put the replicas out in front of Winn-Dixie. Yeah, they did. One car on display a few years ago in the museum. That's when Richard Petty had a big wreck and trial. Oh God, that was bad wreck. I grew up in drag strips. I knew all the early monster truck guys and drag race. Oh, cool. Yeah, I like all that stuff too. Gravedigger. Say hi to Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill is making his appearance for the first time on the channel. So, yeah. I got a lot of say Trans Am. We have a few of those. Yeah, Mr. Bill is on the channel. You know, it's funny. I got elected by the girl that runs the Bobby Was Awesome. Hate that. It's too young really to remember. Yeah. I remember Bobby, and then I became a big Davey fan, and unfortunately Davey passed away. So, Mr. Bill, I got to tell you a story about Mr. Bill. So I got elected. We were at Universal Studios, myself and my duo partner, Bill, and we went with this girl, Donna. Well, Donna is the creator of the Adventures of Mr. Bill on Facebook. And she gave me Mr. Bill to take out. And she said, here, you have to take Mr. Bill and you have to take him everywhere you go. So Mr. Bill here has been to Aruba. He's been to Bonaire. He's been to Miami. He's been to Curacao. He's been to, where else has he been? He's been quite a few places. He's been to Grand Turk and Turks and Caicos. He's been to several stages throughout the place, all around. So he's been several of those. He's been on stage with cruise ship bands, and so Mr. Bill has been famous. So, but I got elected to do that, so that's why Mr. Bill got to get this stuff. So, Mr. Bill's first appearance on the channel. I should put him out more often. Randy, I'm wondering if you remember the band Noise Culture? Is that what that was? I hate this. I'm having to do this. This is not like my laptop. No, I don't remember Noise Culture. No, I'm sorry, I don't remember them. Where were they from? Give me a little bit more information about Noise Culture. Okay, so anyways, so we talked about a little bit about NASCAR and stuff. We talked about some of those, and you guys talked about a little about, you know, I mean, how do you feel about Brittany Force? I mean, drag guy, how do you feel about that? Johnny B. Good. Oh, okay, so if you like cars, did you watch my recent video, the live video I did Friday night? We played Old Town, and it was Hot Rod night. There weren't a lot of hot rods in my video. There were hot rods, but there weren't any classic. I think the only classic I actually filmed actually was I think it might have been 70s Monte Carlo. It might have been 80s. No, I don't remember them. I probably don't remember them because I was on the road for a long time. So if there was stuff going on down here in this town, here in this area, whatever, I didn't know anything. I was too busy traveling throughout the country and stuff. I was out trying to support an album and all that good fun stuff. So, but yeah, so if you haven't seen the little short that I shot, it's not a short, but it's a little bit. There's some really neat cars there. A 168 Charger Mustang. And there were actually some of those I think were actually in my video. If you're in the cars, definitely check it out. It's the latest live stream I did on Friday. I think it's Friday night. There's some really cool cars in there. I actually messed up. I called a Mustang GT, or called a Camaro a Mustang GT. I don't know why. Just because these things are so modified, you can't tell what they are. Some of them. But we play a thing at a place called Old Town. Once a month we're out there. Sometimes we play Friday night, which is it's going to be all hot rods, stuff like that. So it could be a hot rod from the 60s all the way up to now. And you got those. And then if we play Saturday night, it is all the classic cars. So if you guys like that type of stuff, I'll make sure I film some of that. I'll do some of the live stream from there so you can see some of those really cool cars. We have played out there some, and they have upwards of 200 or so, 200, 300 cars. This past week, we only had 77 cars out there, but it was cool. It was fun. Sweet from South Texas, just under San Antonio. Very cool. Love Texas. Texas is a very cool place. I used to do the Texas Guitar Show in Arlington, but after driving it a couple times, and it's a really far away from here, and you can't do it by yourself. It about killed me. It really did. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe to the channel if you like to follow this and stuff. If you're just here, and please hit the like button at least. It helps me out, trust me. So, but yeah, it was that was a cool show this past weekend, watching the cars go by. I did. Cool. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it very much. I do appreciate it. So what kind of ages do we have in here? What kind of age, you guys? Let's see what we got here. Are we looking 50s, 60s? We got any people in their maybe 20s or 30s out there tonight? And where's the farthest somebody is from? Both in 88. Huh. Okay. Where's the farthest everybody's from now? Usually I get some people from, I know, you said you're from over there, up in, or down over, across Texas away. So 72 next month. All far, hey, cool. 60, Central Kentucky. Yahoo. How are things in Kentucky? Today is my birthday, 51. Awesome. Mine is Sunday. Awesome. Fellow Leo. Maine. Wow. Syracuse, New York. Great. Brothers away from me. And Philippines. Whoa. There's a far one. There we go. You know, we used to do the, let's see, I don't think that makes me 37. Jimmy Wallace, cool dude. Jimmy Wallace is a great dude. I love Jimmy. I love his dog. I love his dog. His dog is awesome. If you watch some of my videos from the guitar shows, you will see me chasing the dog around. I love the dog. If you haven't seen his dog's cool. Port Orange, 64. Well, Ronnie, you're so far away, but you're 64. That's good. When I'm 64. I think that's an A. When I'm 60. Terry is in Palm Coast, all the way 20 miles up the coast. Yes, Palm Coast. Are you off of 100 or are you up the second exit? Past 100. I can't drive 55. You know, I don't even know that song. I've never played that song before. I need to learn that one. Sammy's got some good stuff. I like Sammy. But yeah, so I'll throw some that out. Let's see, what should I throw you guys tonight that maybe you guys will know and you can tell me, what did I just play? Let's get something a little better than that. Let's get something clean. Let's see. Oh, we got it. Second exit, Belterre. Yep, second exit. I know where that. Okay, so we played that one. I don't know if it's right or not. I hope it's right. I gotta play it. I don't think I have to play that part. I think all I could do is I gotta do that. And then. I don't remember what's the other part. I can't remember without stuff playing. Isn't that terrible? You gotta have stuff going on. I don't even know the name of the song. I just know it's on the list. Isn't that crazy? Oh no. No, Telly's you can play rock with Telly. Sure, why not? Ramble On is correct. That is right. So good. I played good enough you knew what it was. Just wondering, did you cross paths with a few times through the years? You can remind my ex. Oh God, it went away again. I hate this. I cannot stand this having to use this phone for these live streams. Told the guy called Bad Brad about your shop. Hope to help. Hey, yeah, thank you for spreading the word. I do appreciate very much. I do, definitely. I mean, because I am a very small shop. I'm small. I'm small, but I have a lot of guitars. I have been to many shops that are the same size as me, and they have far less. And most of them have junk. Sorry, they do. Let's see, what else can I throw at you? Let's see. I have a laptop sitting right behind this thing. Try the laptop. It would not get rid of my thumbnail. It would not let it go away. It wouldn't go away. So we were locked out and it sucked. So unfortunately, we wanted to use the laptop tonight, but we're gonna have to keep trying it. So we're on the telephony. What is that? I don't something. I get a kick out of your guitar talk videos and guitar show videos. Well, thank you. We got we wanted to go to Atlanta later on this month, and I just don't think we can make it happen. We really it's not going to happen. I know a lot of people are going to go there. We probably will do next month. We're going to go to the Space Coast show. Be able to connect my phone, show my camera. Yeah, see? Yeah, that would be, if I could, I got a camera over there that I use. I used to do a podcast for racing. And I do have that over there. I never thought about using that computer over there, but I don't know. I have to see that. This one worked fine for a long while. The laptop worked great for a little, well, at least a few streams, but then it stopped. I don't know. All right. Anyways, so what time we got here? We got about another almost 15 minutes in here. I have to keep track of the time in here. I don't want to go over too much. We usually go to about 9 o'clock, so if you're just on here. Where are you from originally, Randy? What do you think about I like sustaining eggs. I think they're cool. They're good. They're a good trick. Where am I originally from? A lot of people, it's funny, when I was in radio, everybody thought I was from California because I have this vibe, I guess, California vibe. You're cool, man. Because I grew up surfing my whole life. And I lived on the beach. But I'm actually from Daytona Beach. I actually grew up here. I'm an actual legit Floridian. I didn't move from somewhere else. I actually moved from here. At one time, I lived in California for a little bit, and for a short time. And here I am. I'm back in Florida. And I love Florida. We call it the Free State for a reason. It's free state. So. North Carolina. Well, I will tell you this. My parents, I did stay up in North Carolina. We used to, my parents had a place up in Boone. And I would go stay up there, you know, for a short bit of time during the summers. Didn't want to be there. My parents did a funny thing. So if you understand California, or not, wait, listen, Mr. Bill hasn't changed his facial expression. That's funny. I don't think Mr. Bill's going to do much anything else. How about this? Oh no! Sorry, Mr. Bill. You okay, Mr. Bill? Oh no. Oh. There you go. Mr. Bill's back. No, a funny thing. So if you're familiar with North Carolina or anywhere cold, when you build a house, you do not want to do one thing to your house when you live on a mountain. And my parents did this. They paved their driveway that went up the hill to the house and around. They did a circle and stuff, and it went up to the house. Well, they paved it. Funny thing is, my brother came to the house one night and parked his car up on the driveway. And they didn't realize it was going to get really, really cold that night. Well, it got super, super cold. And it iced over. So where do you think his car went? It went down the driveway, across the street, and over the mountain. So if you're planning on buying a house or building a house in North Carolina or anywhere cold, Colorado or anywhere like that, don't pave your driveway. And if you do, make sure you, yeah, it's true. Car went pew, a Honda Civic, pew, over the mountain. So it was funny because they woke up the next day and he goes, "Where'd my car go? Can't find my car." And then somebody said, "Your car is over the mountain." So needless to say, it's a tip for you. If if you build a house in North Carolina or anywhere cold, make sure you don't pave the driveway if it goes downhill. All right, what else we got here? Let's do this one here. Let's mess with this a little bit. Let's see how I do with this one. Let's see. So what else? What did I just play? Anybody know what that was? You old people might know. Oh boy. I'm old too, so I make jokes about you. I'm making jokes about myself. So I am an 80s song. It is an 80s song. What was it? I can do a 60s song here for you really old people. That's called tuning. Wow. I did not realize I had tuned this thing to E flat. It's actually E flat. So I must have had this ready to go to a gig, but did not take it. Did not take it. Florida band. A 90s song. Yes, a 90s song. Very good. Okay, let's see this one. Yeah, we'll play a game. We'll play games here. '90s song, 2000 song, '80s song. Yeah, so we're just kind of playing around, playing different songs to see if you guys, Jimmy Eats World, very good, very good, good God. Cumbersome, yes, exactly, you're right. Yeah, I got one. Yeah, you did, Johnny. You got one. Johnny got one. So, anyways, so we got just a little bit more time. I only have 4 minutes left in the tonight's live stream. If you have any questions, get them out now. If you got any more questions? I know we talked a little about how to identify, you know, older guitars from newer guitars and stuff. You know, you can't really, like I said, you got to kind of open them up. You can't just look at them nowadays. Favorite guitar case? Hard shell case? Probably a Paul Reed Smith guitar case for Paul Reed. They work really great. Other than that, like any of the Fender Tolex cases, really good. Those are good cases. Any of the Gibson cases are usually pretty good. what's your string brand choice? I don't know if I should say those or not. I used to be endorsed by DR. Then I was endorsed by Everly Guitar Strings, and legitimately, I guess I'm not really dropped. They never dropped me, so I guess I still am. But I use DR XTs. I think those strings are really, really good strings. They last a long, long time, and I play in a lot of extreme places. I mean, I'm outdoors, like I said, I played that JB's Fish Camp. It was 112 heat index. I play Old Town outdoors, a place called Captain Hiram's, which I don't know if I posted a video or not, but just played out there the other day, and once again, it was hot, really hot, and it's right on the water. I played Hard Rock, which is right on the water, and I hate to admit it, but I don't change my strings, but maybe once every couple months, something like that. How do you stretch your hands to play? Well, Mr. Bill's going to have to move. Mr. Bill, go over here for a second. Mr. Bill's just going to give me a hand. I actually do this. Better than that. They're not warmed up, so I can do doing the crab. I'll do that, and then I'll just usually stretch it. Once I get warmed up, I'll stretch a full step for each finger and try to do that, and that's kind of what I'll warm up with before I play. That's nothing crazy, and then I'll just kind of like kind of noodle around, kind of stretch, get used to bending notes and get the strings kind of broke in. I will say this, as it's hot, and when I've done some cold gigs as well, strings they do not like it. Favorite amp? Yeah, that's a bad question to ask me, because you're not gonna like what I like. I actually use a Quad Cortex, so I don't use an amp. I use a Quad Cortex. Sounds great. Favorite pedal? Depends, with me playing live and stuff, pedals and stuff are just utility instruments. They're just utilities to me. Guitars are actually just utilities. But I really changed strings when I was younger. In a show band, I would change. Yeah, when I was on the road, I changed my strings about every day or every other day. Favorite shoes? Actually, I have some little black boots that I wear. And the only reason I like these little black boots is I can hit all my pedals and not hit two at a time. I try to wear tennis shoes like I wore tennis shoes the other night. Bad mistake. I was hitting stuff that I shouldn't have turned on and off. Because the Quad Cortex, you ever seen the buttons are really, really close to each other. When I play with my Duo, I do have a pedal board that I have. I will say I love the Love pedal, Kalamazoo. Great overdrive. I love that pedal. That's one of my favorite pedals. I will say that. I like the CE2, the Boss CE2. I love that pedal. I'd like a carbon copy delay. I think that's a good pedal out of the newer pedals. It does what I need to do. I love a whammy pedal. I also like a ricochet pedal. I actually have a ricochet pedal on my board, and it's kind of a cool, fun thing to play around with for certain things. it's fun because I can get these kind of, I hit it sometimes and it sounds like, almost sounds like a siren type thing. So I just kind of do that and then kind of mess with people because they don't know what it is. So, but those are kind of some of the pedals I like. There's several other pedals I do like. I just don't use them. The Minstrel pedal is a really good distortion overdrive pedal. I'm not a big fan of the Klon. I actually got rid of my Klon number 38. So he went away not long after I got him. So I think Klon is way overblown. And why anybody would pay $1,000 for that pedal, I don't even know. Why would they pay $5,000 or $6,000 like some of these people? I don't get it. It was a hype thing. People went for it. They took it hook, line, and sinker. And now there's so many, like the tournaments and stuff like that. You know, so many of these copies that are out there. The new Behringer copy. They do the same thing, and they sound very good. You know, if you need something to push your amp, a TS9. I had a TS9 forever. Loved it. Great pedal. Actually, I still use a TS9 in my chain with my Quad Cortex. So it's a good pedal. It does what you need it to do. You know, I can't stand when I look on YouTube and I watch these guys and they're promoting all these pedals and stuff, and they're like, you need to buy this. Love the guitar, the chord, and the Deluxe Reverb. Deluxe Reverb is a great amp. What's worth more, classic Fender, unmodified, or modified and missing original part? Anything original. If you can find an older Strat, actually my singer's been trying to tell me, find him one. An old Strat with changed parts, you can always find the old parts. Just keep looking. I'd rather have an older guitar than a newer guitar. With, you know, a newer guitar that it's older. I'd rather have the older guitar and just find the parts. That's my opinion. But not everybody's like that. I like the older guitars. I just think there's something about those older guitars, the way they play. I got a Slash Appetite LP. It's nice. Great guitars. Just sold one. Good guitar. I can't say anything bad about them. You know, those are just good Les Pauls. I mean, they do what they're going to do. Like I said, to me, that is a utility guitar. That's something I would go out and play. I probably wouldn't keep it in my collection because there's so many of them made. I'm more of a guy that less is better. It's like, you know, the 59 Les Paul. There's a reason that guitar is worth so much. It's because there's not a whole lot of them out there. You know, and it made it through all those years. So, anyways, all right, we are over time. We are over time. On overtime, and Bubba Wallace is not going to win this race tonight. Cause I want, what was it? Something about Sustainiac. If you're looking for Sustainiac, I tell you what, get a Fernandez. They make some great guitars. Yeah, put it in there. Why not? You can always take it back out. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching tonight. If you are new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button and become part of the channel. We do this every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. You can ask me anything, and we'll do that. And if you really want to help the channel, become a member. And doesn't cost a whole lot, and it helps us out once again as well. How do you like those? And maybe I might be able to get a laptop that I can actually afford to use for this. All right, guys. Mr. Bill says, bye, guys. Oh, no. Where are we going, Mr. Bill? Where are we going? Mr. Bill, where are we going? I don't know. Are we going away? Yes, we're going to go somewhere. If I can figure out how to turn the damn thing off. Bye, guys. Have a good one.